Hello. I am Sophie.
And I am Zach. This is the second lesson, and welcome to class. Our topic for today is identity for General English B1.
მოგესალმებით, კეთილი იყოს თქვენი დაბრუნება ჩვენს ტელესკოლაში. ეს არის ზოგადი ინგლისური დონე B1, ხოლო დღევანდელი ჩვენი საუბრის თემა იქნება იდენტობა.
So, we have the agenda today. Like always, we have vocabulary. Then we go right along to reading comprehension. And right in the middle is the grammar. And lastly is the summary and our favorite part, homework.
ვიდრე უშუალოდ გაკვეთილზე გადავიდოდეთ, მოდით ერთად განვიხილოთ დღევანდელი დღის განრიგი. როგორც ყოველთვის, დღევანდელ დღეს დავიწყებთ ლექსიკის შესწავლით. ამის შემდეგ ჩვენ გვექნება წაკითხulis გააზრება, შემდეგ გადავალთ გრამატიკაზე, სავარჯიშოებზე, ხოლო შემდეგ კი ერთად შევაჯამებთ გაკვეთილს. დასასრულს კი ყველასათვის საყვარელი საშინაო დავალება. Shall we start?
Let's start.
Zach, do you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. I have one brother.
What is he like?
Oh, he is my older brother, and he works at a restaurant. He's very happy and cheerful. How about you? Do you have a sibling?
Yes, I have one older brother, and as any other brother, he's quite protective, and we used to fight a lot when we were kids.
Oh, wow.
Now we get along very well.
Of course. So, our first section is, of course, the vocabulary section. And these are all of the words that we will be discussing today.
ახლა კი თქვენს წინაშეა ის ლექსიკური ერთეულები, რომელსაც ერთად შევისწავლით ამ გაკვეთილზე.
So, our first word for today is cheerful. And it is an adjective, and it means when you are just very happy.
Cheerful in Georgian means მხიარული ან ხალისიანი. Cheerful is quite positive word, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very positive word.
Cheerful, მხიარული ან ხალისიანი. Cheerful, მხიარული ან ხალისიანი. Cheerful, მხიარული ან ხალისიანი. Our next word is quite opposite of positive. It's annoying. Annoying is another adjective. And in English, it means?
It means when someone is bothering you and making you uncomfortable and you don't like it.
Annoying is თავის მომაბეზრებელი. Annoying, თავის მომაბეზრებელი. Annoying, თავის მომაბეზრებელი.
And our next word is boring. And it is also an adjective. And in English, it means when something is uninteresting to you and you just want it to end.
Boring in Georgian means მოსაბეზრებელი ან მოსაწყენი. Boring can be used in multiple different situations. For example, you can say boring lesson or boring story, boring book, or maybe boring movie. Boring, მოსაბეზრებელი ან მოსაწყენი. Boring, მოსაბეზრებელი ან მოსაწყენი. Together, boring, მოსაბეზრებელი ან მოსაწყენი.
And now for our next word is exciting. And it is an adjective. And it means when you get very happy about something and it makes you want to do things and that kind of stuff. And it is the opposite of boring.
Exciting in Georgian means ამაღელვებელი ან უაღრესად საინტერესო. Exciting as well as boring can be used in different situations. So a story can be boring or exciting. Exciting, ამაღელვებელი ან უაღრესად საინტერესო. Exciting, ამაღელვებელი ან უაღრესად საინტერესო. Exciting, ამაღელვებელი ან უაღრესად საინტერესო.
And our next word is embarrassing, and it's an adjective. And it means when someone is making you feel uncomfortable and makes an uncomfortable situation.
Embarrassing in Georgian means უხერხული. And there are quite many different situations that are embarrassing, I believe.
I think so too.
Embarrassing, უხერხული. Embarrassing, უხერხული. Embarrassing, უხერხული. Our next word is frightening. Frightening is an adjective, and in English it means
Oh, it means when something is very scary, like a monster, or maybe if you go on a very frightening roller coaster.
Very true. Frightening is also a synonym of scary. So you can say scary movie or frightening movie.
Oh, of course.
Frightening in Georgian means sashishi. Frightening, sashishi. Frightening, sashishi. Together, frightening, sashishi.
And our next word is rude, and that means when someone is being mean or angry at you for no reason.
Rude in Georgian means uzrdeli an uhashi, and I think it's important to say that rude is a synonym of impolite. Rude, impolite means the same thing. Rude, uzrdeli an uhashi. Rude, uzrdeli an uhashi. Together, rude, uzrdeli an uhashi.
And our last word is hardworking, and it is an adjective. And it means when you put all of your efforts in or all of your participation and to make the best of something.
Hardworking is a very important word, especially if you're looking for a job. Hardworking in Georgian means mshromeli. Hardworking, shromeli. Hardworking, shromeli. Hardworking, shromeli.
So now let's move on to the vocabulary exercise, where we will fill in the correct word in the sentence.
ახლა კი გადავიდეთ ლექსიკურ დავალებაზე. ამ დავალებისთვის მოცემულია წინადადებები, რომლებშიც გამოტოვებულია სიტყვები და ჩვენ ერთად უნდა გადავწყვეტოთ, რომელი სიტყვა შეესაბამება გამოტოვებულ ადგილებს. Shall we start?
Let's start.
Our very first sentence is, my friend is a very blank person. She always likes action. You never know what is going to happen next when you are with her. So, Mr. Zach, what do you think? What is the best fit for this one?
Oh, I know lots of people like that, and she is a very exciting person.
You are absolutely right. She's a very exciting person.
And now for the next one, Sophie. My sister is really blank. She is always taking my things and never returns them.
I think this one is quite obvious as well. This person is really annoyed, and the answer is annoying. My sister is really annoying.
Totally. Great job. And then for the next one, the worker at the supermarket was very blank to me. He did not help me.
You remember, Zach, we mentioned impolite. A synonym of a impolite is?
Oh, it should be rude.
You are absolutely right. And rude is the right answer for here too.
I think so.
Our next sentence is, my aunt misses me a lot. When she sees me, she's very...
I think she's very cheerful, because why wouldn't she be happy to see people that they don't see very often?
You are absolutely right.
Awesome. And then the next one, Sophie. The monster in the movie was very blank. What could that be?
I think it should be something related to scary or frightening.
Frightening's the best one.
Frightening is the right answer. So let's look at the next sentence. My parents are so blank when they tell my childhood stories. I think a lot of us can relate to this one.
I think so too, and I know this because it's happened to me many times. It is embarrassing.
My parents are so embarrassing when they tell my childhood stories.
And Sophie, my chemistry teacher is very blank. He does not allow us to do anything fun at the lesson. What could that be?
I think it's boring.
I think so too.
So, boring is the right answer. And let's have a look at the last sentence. The answer is quite obvious, but we are going to still read the sentence for you. You need to be very blank if you want to get a good job. So I think the answer is quite obvious, hardworking.
Great. Okay, so now we have the reading comprehension, and our topic for this is the top 3 annoying things that parents do. My parents are always asking where I am. It is so annoying. I like going out and having fun with friends. It's so exciting. I go out to the cinema and we have lots of fun. We like to talk and relax. My mom doesn't like me going out late. She always tries to embarrass me in front of my friends, asking when I'll be back and where I'm going. She worries about me and I don't understand why, because I'm quite a responsible child. My dad is more relaxed and doesn't care as much about it.
My parents are very hardworking, but sometimes it makes them boring. They always tell me what to do, and that's quite annoying. My mom is more cheerful than my dad. My dad is more strict. We are very different personalities. I enjoy going out more, and he likes to stay at home all the time. Sometimes I feel so bored. My mom is an excellent cook, but she's a bit overeager, asking me if I'm hungry all the time.
Great. So now let's go over to the reading activity and answer the questions.
ახლა კი ერთად გადავიდეთ კითხვის დავალებაზე და ვუპასუხოთ მოცემულ შეკითხვებს.
So, Sophie, whose parents are hardworking? Do you remember?
I think it's my parents.
Yeah, I think it's your parents too.
According to the text, Sophie's parents are hardworking. As it says, my parents are very hardworking, but sometimes it makes them boring. And Zach, do you remember who makes traditional food?
Yeah, I think so, and I remember it's your parents.
You're absolutely right. My mom is an excellent cook, but she's a bit over-eager, asking me if I'm hungry all the time.
And number 3, whose dad is more cheerful than the mom?
I think it was Zach's dad. According to the text, my dad is more relaxed and doesn't care as much about it as Zach read.
Definitely.
And what about whose mom doesn't like being late?
Oh, I know, that's my mom.
You're absolutely right. As Zach read, his mom doesn't like him going out late. She always tries to embarrass him in front of his friends, asking him when he'll be back and where he's going.
And it always happens, and it's super annoying. Now let's move on to the grammar section, and we will start with state verbs.
ახლა კი გადავიდეთ გრამატიკის ნაწილზე. ჩვენ გრამატიკის ამ ნაწილში განვიხილავთ მდგომარეობის აღნიშნულ ზნებს.
So state verbs are verbs which do not normally have continuous tenses because they describe a state rather than an action. For example, we like to talk and relax.
მდგომარეობის აღნიშნული ზნები წარმოადგენენ ისეთ ზნებს, რომლებსაც არ გააჩნიათ აწმყო განგრძობითი დრო, რადგან ისინი აღნიშნავენ მდგომარეობას და არა მოქმედებას. აი მაგალითად, we like to talk and relax, ჩვენ მოგწონს საუბარი და დასვენება.
And these verbs which express likes and dislikes. For example, like, love, hate, dislike, enjoy, prefer, and more. For example, I enjoy going out more.
ასეთი ზნების კატეგორიას წარმოადგენენ ისეთი ზნები, რომლებიც აღნიშნავენ მოწონებას ან არ მოწონებას. მაგალითად, სიტყვები like, love, hate, dislike, enjoy, prefer და ასე შემდეგ.
And verbs of the senses, see, hear, feel, taste, look, smell, sound. We often use can or could with these verbs when we refer to what we see, hear, etc. at the moment of speaking. For example, sometimes I feel so bored and I can feel the pain in my head.
ასეთი ზნების კატეგორიას ასევე განეკუთვნება ისეთი ზნები, რომლებიც გამოხატავენ გრძნობებს. მაგალითად, სიტყვები see, hear, feel, taste, look, smell, sound. თუ გვინდა, რომ ეს ზნები გამოვიყენოთ აწმყო განგრძობით დროში, უბრალოდ ვაჩვენოთ მოქმედება, რომელიც ხდება საუბრის აი ამ კონკრეტულ მომენტში, ამ შემთხვევაში შეგვიძლია გამოვიყენოთ მოდალური ზმნა can ან could. მაგალითად, I can feel the pain in my head. Sometimes I feel so bored.
And also, some state verbs have continuous tenses, but there is a difference in meaning. For example, I think she is French, believe, and I'm thinking about my plans on considering, and the chocolate tastes great, has a good flavor, and I'm tasting the chocolate, am tasting the flavor.
ზოგიერთი ზმნა შეგვიძლია ჩავსვათ აწმყო განგრძობით დროში. თუმცა, თუ მათ გამოვიყენებთ ამ ზემოხსენებულ დროში, მაშინ მათი მნიშვნელობა იცვლება. აი მაგალითად, I think she's French და I am thinking about my plans. პირველ წინადადებაში I think წარმოადგენს I believe-ის მნიშვნელობას, ანუ მე ჯერა, მე მგონია, ხოლო შემდეგი წინადადება I am thinking about my plans ნიშნავს მე განვიხილავ, მე ვფიქრობ ჩემი სამომავლო გეგმების შესახებ. ახლა შევხედოთ მეორე წინადადებას. The chocolate tastes great. Has a good flavor. ანუ შოკოლადს აქვს კარგი გემო, ხოლო წინადადებაში I am tasting the chocolate, I am tasting ნიშნავს მე ვსინჯავ შოკოლადს.
And another example is, I can see the sky perceived with my eyes, and I am seeing my friend tonight, am meeting.
ხოლო ამ მოცემულ წინადადებებში I can see the sky, can see ნიშნავს რომ თქვენი თვალით ხედავთ ცას, ხოლო I am seeing my friend tonight, I am seeing ნიშნავს რომ გეგმავთ მეგობართან შეხვედრას.
So now let's move on to our grammar exercises and put the verbs in brackets into present simple or present continuous.
ახლა კი გადავიდეთ გრამატიკის დავალებაზე. ამ დავალებისთვის ჩვენ უნდა ჩავსვათ ფრჩხილებში მოცემული ზმნები აწმყო მარტივ ან აწმყო განგრძობით დროებში.
So first, Sofo, my brother to have bath every evening. Do you know which present simple or present continuous should it be?
I think I do know. It should be present simple and it should be my brother has bath every evening.
Yes, has a bath every evening. And also for the next one, she to have a headache. So which one could that be?
I think that one is also present simple and it will be she has a headache.
Fantastic.
And for our next sentence, the soup tastes awful. So what do you think, Zach? What would be the answer?
I think it is present simple, so it should be the soup tastes awful.
You are absolutely right, because here the meaning is not tasting, but the flavor, right?
Exactly right.
And the next sentence reads, she tastes the soup. I think she really likes it. In this case, it's the same verb, but the different meaning. So what do you think? Which tense should you use here, Zach?
Okay, so it should be present continuous. So the answer is she is tasting the soup. I think she really likes it.
And our next sentence is, I think she is rude. So what do you think? What tense form should we use for this one?
I think it's present simple tense. So it should be, I think she is rude.
And you're absolutely right.
Awesome. Now let's go to the next group of exercises and find mistakes and correct them.
ახლა კი ამ დავალებისთვის ვიპოვოთ შეცდომები და გავასწოროთ ისინი. And our first sentence is, I am not understanding the question. That sounds really wrong.
I think it does too. I think it's supposed to be, I don't understand the question.
You are absolutely right, because the verb understand is one of the state verbs.
Exactly. And for the next one, I'm hating this song, change it. What do you think?
I think it should be, I hate this song, change it, because hate does not have present continuous tense.
Absolutely.
And what about this one? What are you preferring? I've never heard of that kind of sentence.
I think it has the wrong verb in it too. So it should be, what do you prefer?
You are absolutely right. And let's have a look at the fourth one. I think I am knowing it.
Ah, that sounds very weird. I think it should be, I think I know him.
And you are absolutely right. And I am liking this soup a lot.
I think it should be I like this soup a lot.
And you're right, because as we said before, like is also a state verb. And the very last one, are you believing in ghosts?
That sounds super weird to me. It should be, do you believe in ghosts?
Absolutely right.
So now let's go over the summary. First, we had the vocabulary. Sophie, do you remember what our vocabulary was?
I think I remember some. So you help me if I forget.
I will.
So as I remember, we had the word cheerful and something related to it, something also positive, exciting.
Yes.
And if we go to the negative connotations, we also had boring, and we also had a synonym of scary, frightening. And we also had synonym of impolite, that was rude, something very nice, hardworking, as I remember.
Exactly.
And I think we also had something that was a synonym of irritating, annoying. Am I right?
I think you're totally right. Great memory.
Thank you so much.
And also we had the reading comprehension, talking about annoying things parents do. Do you remember a couple annoying things that our parents did?
I think I do. So the first one was embarrassing children in front of their friends. The second one, as I believe, was being overeager by asking if they are hungry all the time. And the third one was, I believe, being over-caring when children are late and being worried all the time that something bad might happen to them.
Oh,
right?
That's right, yes. I remember being annoyed by all those things that my parents did.
Same here.
And lastly, we had state verbs. Do you remember which were the state verbs?
Absolutely. These are the verbs that do not have present continuous. And if they have present continuous, then the meaning of those verbs change. For example, we had taste, we had think, we had believe, verbs related to senses,
Yes.
verbs related to likes and dislikes, and I think that's it.
I think so too. And so now, let's move on to our favorite parts, the homework, and write a short paragraph describing your family members.
For your homework, you need to write a short paragraph describing your family members. We will provide you with an example on the website given on the screen, but please do not copy-paste. We know that you can do better than that.
Oh, we definitely do.
საშინაო დავალებად გთხოვთ დაწერეთ მოკლე აბზაცი და აღწერეთ თქვენი ოჯახის წევრები. გთხოვთ გამოაგზავნეთ საშინაო დავალება ეკრანზე მოცემულ მისამართზე. იქ დაგხვდებათ მაგალითი, რომლითაც შეგიძლიათ იხელმძღვანელოთ. ჩვენ ვიცით, რომ თქვენ შეგიძლიათ უკეთესის დაწერა, ამიტომ გთხოვთ არ გადაიწეროთ. შევხვდებით მომავალ გაკვეთილზე. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you next time.